2021 autumn budget update. So, income tax, no increase in rates, and the higher rate threshold is frozen at 37,700 through to April 2026. So this is your budget update for the next 5 years. Personal tax allowance frozen at 12,570, which will apply to all regions of the UK, so that's Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and obviously England. Dividend tax-free allowance remains unchanged at 2,000. And the rates payable on dividend income tax will increase in line with the increase in national insurance. So the rates that will apply from 6th of April 2022 are the basic rate band 8.75%, the higher rate band 33.75%, and the additional rate band is 39.35%. The starting rate for savings income, subject to the 0% starting rate, remains at 5,000 for 2022-23. The basis on which profits are to be taxed are going to go to a tax year rather than the accounts year. I think this is to link it all up with making tax digital at some point in the future. So it's going to go to actual profits arising in a tax year. Doesn't mean that clients can't use the same accounting periods that they've been currently using. It'll just mean that you'll have to apportion it between the so it falls within the tax year. It's going to be a transition to an actual basis during 2023-24, so we've got a couple of years yet before it comes into force. The reform will include greater flexibility on the use of overlap relief in the transition year and provisions to reduce the impact of transition profits on allowance and profits. National insurance is going to increase by 1.25% from April 2022. The new rates will be for Class 1, so that's your employees one, 13.25% from £190 per week to £967 per week. Class 1B, your employers' national insurance, 15.05% for wages over £175 per week. And Class 4 will be that's the tax on the self-employed, 10.25% for self-employed profits between 9,880 and 5,270, plus another 3.25% for profits over 50,270. And Class 2 NICs will be £3.15 per week in the new tax year, with small profits threshold set at 6,725. Capital gains tax. This was my great hope when I sat down to listen to the budget. I thought I was bound to change something on capital gains tax. It's been in all the press that it's going to do something. Not a bloody word. So, not been aligned with income tax rates as was rumoured, and which would seem to be sensible. The annual exemption amount has been capped at 12,300 from April 21 to April 26 for individuals, personal representatives and some types of trusts for disabled people, and 6,150 for trustees of most settlements. The deadline for reporting chargeable residential property sales has been increased from 30 days to 60 days. Corporation tax, there's no real changes there. So the main rate from 1st of April 2022, the rate will remain at 19%. And then from April 2023, there will be two rates of corporation tax. Taxable profits up to 50,000 will continue to be taxed at 19%. Taxable profits for more than 250,000 will be taxed at 25%. And between those two numbers, there will be a marginal tapering relief. To help people with all their planning and everything else, HMRC have not said how that's going to work yet. And the bands for those are reduced for the number of associated companies, and also pro rata if it's a short accounting period. So, R&D relief. Anybody get involved in R&D relief? So these are going to be reformed to support modern research methods by expanding qualifying expenditure to include data and cloud costs. This will effectively capture the benefits of R&D funded by the reliefs through refocusing support towards innovation in the UK and target abuse and improved compliance. That's going to be legislated for in the Finance Bill 2022-23 and will take effect from April 2023, so that's something to be watched out for. Cultural relief changes. Anybody dealing with museums, galleries? Well, if you did, there was a sunset clause. It's extended for a further 2 years until March 2024, but seeing as none of us know what that is, it doesn't really matter. Theatre tax relief. Anybody ever dealt with that? It's increasing the relief for 20% to 40% for non-touring productions and 25% to 50% for touring productions. And from April 2023, the rates will start to fall to 30%. 35% with a return to 20% and 25% on the 1st of April 2024. Orchestra tax relief. Nobody targeting orchestras. Well, they're changing as well. It's brilliant, isn't it? The only changes in the budget were things that we don't do. Relief for investments in qualifying assets. And super deduction. Temporary super deduction and 50% first year allowance that were introduced in April 2021. Will continue to apply to qualifying expenditure up to the 31st of March 2023. One thing I mistakenly wasn't aware of was that these reliefs are not available for unincorporated businesses, which when you think about it makes sense, because if you've got somebody spending 100 grand or something on a new machine and they're unincorporated, the chances are they're already into the higher rate tax bracket, so they're going to be getting relief at 40%, 50% anyway. So, annual investment allowance, which was due to reduce from $1 million to $200,000 from the 1st of January next year, that's now been changed, and the £1 million relief will now revert to $200,000 from the 1st of April 2023. And business owners thinking about higher value investments will now have more time to consider the timing of their capital investments. The 130% deduction and the 25% increase in rates, when they roughly mean that somebody's getting the same deduction now as they would after the 25% rate comes in. That's why they've fetched it in, to stop it, people delaying it and delaying investment until they could get a deduction at 25%. So, van and car benefit changes. Van benefit and fuel benefit charges are going to change by the Consumer Price Index from the 6th of April 2022. The flat rate van benefit charge will increase to $3,600 from $3,500. The flat rate van fuel benefit charge will increase to $688 from $669. And the multiplier for the car fuel benefit will increase to $25,300, currently $24,600. Inheritance tax, this is another one where I think it was rumoured there were going to be changes, but there aren't any changes. Everything's frozen at the current levels until April 2026. So the nil rate band continues to be $325,000 and the resident nil rate band at $175,000. What that effectively means by freezing the bands is that inheritance tax is going to increase, as most of the things that people have are property, and obviously that's going up in value. So the actual deduction they'll get will stay the same and won't be adjusted for inflation or anything like that. VAT, 20% rate's still there. The £85,000 registration limit's not changed, and the £83,000 deregistration limit will stay there until 31st of March 2024. The temporary reduced rate of 5% for hospitality. Anybody deal with hotels, catering, stuff like that? That's gone to 12.5% now from the 1st of October 2021, and that will remain in place until 31st of March 2022, where it will revert back to 20%. ISA investments limits for 2022-23, they're now set. Adult ISA limit remains at 20,000, junior ISA limit at 9, and child trust funds remain unchanged at £9,000. And finally, national living wage increases. All heard about this. Increases to £9.50 per hour from £8.91 from the 1st of April 2022. It's quite a big increase. That I think quite a few clients that I've got are probably going to struggle to pay that for some of them. Some of the hairdressers that we've got on our books might have to start putting all the turnover through to pay the staff. So they're the other ones. 21 to 22 year olds £9.18 per hour, 18 to 26 £83, 16 to 17 year olds £4.81, and the apprentice rate will now be £4.81. So that's the budget. Good, wasn't it?